Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to plan and create your content like a pro. So content creation can be super stressful, especially if you're new to the game. I know for myself, when I first started out, it took me hours to even create one TikTok video, not to mention putting out posts on Instagram and Twitter, YouTube. I couldn't even fathom doing all of that at once. So if you're brand new to this, I get it, especially if you're a small business owner and you have so many other tasks that you're already handling yourself. So in today's video, I'm going to break down my entire process and how I've learned to streamline it over the past year and a half. I'm going to talk about how I was able to manage all of my content creation while I was in school, as well as running other clients' social media accounts and just doing everything that I do. Because when you can break it down and make it way more simplified, content creation isn't that scary. You just need a lot of pre-planning to get it done. So, all right, let's dive in to step one. Step number one is to come up with a set of clear goals for your business. Now, I know this probably sounds like super straightforward and you think, oh my God, Olivia, I have goals for my business. I want to make 10K a month. I want to, get more leads for the specific product that I'm launching. Okay, those are great, but you need to break it down not just by generalized goals, but yearly goals, quarterly goals, monthly goals, and even weekly goals. Because when you do that, it'll give you a way better sense of how much time you can actually allocate towards content creation. Because let's be real here, creating a TikTok video, creating an Instagram post, if you're doing it yourself and not outsourcing the work, it takes time. The biggest thing is you want to have an idea of why you want to be creating content and how it's going to help you achieve those business goals. Otherwise, what's the point in doing it? And if you really want to do this for your business, you need to have a set of target goals for the year, the quarter, each quarter, and each month. Step number two is to pre-plan all of your content. So in this step right here, you're not going to be coming up with specific content ideas. What basically you're going to be doing is coming up with a general calendar. So any major holidays that are coming up, any major product launches, if you have the specific dates for those or the generalized dates for those. If you have a specific month with a theme in it, for instance, April is Financial Literacy Month, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, you want to be planning generalized content around those months that fits into your business. Now, an important thing I also want to mention in step number two is keeping up with the trends, because every holiday there's always new trends that come around. There's always those, Thriller, Michael Myers ones that come out for Halloween. There's always those ones that come out for New Year's. So just keep those in the back of your head while you're brainstorming a general year of content. Because if you see a trend or something that goes viral, those are perfect times to start implementing those into the holiday calendar. And that's another small point. Don't be afraid to do trendy content. It doesn't all have to be cringy. You don't have to get up there and do dance videos and stuff like that. Just create something that you think is going to be fun and that ties back into your business. Step number three is to brainstorm your content and create a content calendar. So this is different than just saying, oh, this is going to be a theme month, or, oh, I have specific holidays here. This is where you actually start combining all of your ideas that you have for your content into one area and sort of start scheduling it out, but not really yet. So what I want you to do is take out a piece of paper, and if you don't already have this, most business owners already have this if they're already creating content, but if you don't yet, I want you to come up with your content pillars. So what I mean by this is your business should typically have anything between 3 to 5 content pillars. Some have less, some have more, but that's just typically the topics that your business is about. So for me, mine is freelancing, social media, college. Those are all kind of the big things I talk about. I also talk about productivity, business tips, all of that kind of falls under my brand of Olivia Kelleher. Now keep in mind, each business is going to have different content pillars, okay? So just because I'm in the social media industry and I talk about the 5 things that I mentioned before, someone else in the social media industry might talk about something completely different. So just keep that in mind. Everyone's business is different. Just come up with a list of general topics that you want to talk about that fall under your brand. Now, once you do that, I want you to open up Notepad or Notion or any other note-taking app that you have, and I want you to write down everything that has to do with those pillars. Now, this is just going to be the ultimate brain dump. It doesn't have to have any organizational method. It doesn't have to have anything like that. Just dump in all of the ideas of content pieces that you could talk about. Now, if you're struggling to come up with ideas for content, what I want you to do is go to this website right here. It's called answerthepublic.com. And this website is honestly a godsend when it comes to trying to find content ideas for your business. Basically, all you do is type in 1 to 2 keywords about your business or your content pillars, and it'll come up with tons of different questions that relate to whatever that topic was, and you can use those different questions for your content later on. Once you have all of those content pieces listed out in just a giant hodgepodge, has no order, doesn't mean anything, I want you to take a highlighter. So if you did this on pen and paper, take a highlighter, different colors, and just highlight any different questions or content pieces that are in the similar content pillar. So now what we're going to do is actually come up with the content calendar. Now, having a content calendar is much more important than just making sure that your posts go up on time. It is making sure that you have set aside certain days and certain blocks of time for content to be consistently pushed out for your business. The struggle that most business owners run into is they create content for a few weeks and then stop. They just stop. And then they pick it up again, create content, and then stop. There's no consistency with it, and typically what they do is they either overwork themselves a lot in the beginning and then they burn themselves out and then they just don't have time for it anymore. So having a content calendar really keeps you in that consistency mode, so you're not just having all your marketing out at the beginning of the month and then nothing for the rest of the month, or another 2 months or 3 months where nothing is getting pushed out. Having a content calendar will give you that consistency that you need for all of your marketing efforts and for everything moving forward. It also just saves you so much stress, so you're not rushing around trying to pre-plan all of this stuff and pushing out 5 YouTube videos at once and trying to catch up. It makes your work so much more streamlined. All right, so now I'm going to show you kind of the back end of my content and how I go about planning my content. Keep in mind, I kind of go way overboard with everything because I love everything being super organized down to like the nitty-gritty details. So here is my behind the scenes content kind of organizational page, if you want to say. So over here on the left hand side, I have a bunch of quick links for all of my social media channels, any sort of random content ideas I have, hashtags, swipe ideas. This is actually kind of a key thing I would like you guys to do as well. So swipe ideas are basically ideas that you find on the internet that you want to create content with. So you're not stealing, keep that in mind, you're not stealing the content. You're looking at what the title is and what the general idea of the video is, and you're going to recreate it in your own words tailored towards your business needs. So here are some of the swipe ideas I have for my business. Some TikTok inspiration here. I literally just take a screenshot of the video title and what the thumbnail looks like. That way I can recreate it into my own terms. Swipe ideas are great. Highly recommend doing it. So if you ever find a piece of content that somebody puts out on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or whatever it may be, and you're like, hey, I could totally make a video or an Instagram post or even write a blog like that, take a screenshot of it, put it down to your content swipe page, and then anytime you're like, I need to come up with new content ideas, there it is. So back on the homepage of my content calendar is kind of like my to-do list per se. So I come up with daily tasks that I do for my own business. All right, so kind of a side note, as a social media manager, you start to lack on your own content when you're constantly creating content for other people. So one of my clients, I manage their TikTok, their Instagram, and their Twitter, which is a lot of work. And because of that, I kind of lack putting out content on my own page sometimes. So I created these daily tasks of things that I want to do specifically for marketing my brand, Olivia Kelleher. Over on the right-hand side, I have my monthly content output goal. I highly recommend everyone does this because when you can set a monthly content output goal, not only does it help with like meeting those monthly targets and keeping up with the consistency, it also helps you come up with a weekly content calendar. I have so many other things going on in my life. I have so many other aspects of my business to run besides just social media marketing, that having a monthly output goal ensures that I am meeting not only my monthly targets, but also my weekly targets, because I start to break these down into when I can post every single week. So highly recommend doing that. Everyone's monthly output goal is going to be different. I am very much used to creating TikTok videos and I can bang them out like crazy. So my goal is to have 100 videos per month. For some of you, it might just be 3 per week, maybe even 1 per week. Right over here, right below the monthly content output, is weekly content output. So based off of my monthly goals, I came up with the weekly goals, and I also came up with when I want to post specific things. Now, when it comes to posting on social media, the frequency of your posts will depend on your business goals. And the most important thing to remember is that everyone has a different schedule, okay? Like I said before, I can post up to 100 videos per month on TikTok, but I can't do that on YouTube. So everyone's different style of content is going to be completely different based on their business needs and their business goals. So don't be ashamed if you can't post multiple times per day on the same app. Everyone's goals are going to be different. Everyone's lifestyle is different, okay? Being a small business owner and trying to create your own content is difficult. If you can't outsource, that's why I'm making this video right here. I went through it for a year and a half before I could outsource some of my work. Step number 5 is actually creating the content. So this goes back to your content calendar. Now, if you want an example of a content calendar, I have one right here that you can download specifically for TikTok, slowly building out to other platforms for you guys. But if you want a content calendar specifically for TikTok, you can download my Notion template right here. In this template, I have a few examples, and then add in your title, scroll down, hit new video. You can add in your video outline, you can add in your music and audio, your video inspiration. You can change the status of your post. You can change the type of content. If it's a series, you can add in different series options. Add in your caption, your hashtags, the date you want it to be published. And then these 3 checkboxes at the bottom are super critical. And I included these checkboxes because if you have a TikTok video, you can repurpose it to other social media platforms. It doesn't just have to go on TikTok. You can put it on Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube Shorts for even more reach. We're not going to talk about that today. We'll talk about that in another video. The last step is actually scheduling your content. So I use this amazing tool called Metricool. Metricool is awesome because it helps you batch and schedule your content so you both save time and money in the long run. Now, I love using Metricool because you can schedule your content in advance so you aren't worrying about it later. To use it, all you have to do is log in, choose the planning option, and then hit create a new post. This will make a mini window appear. It allows you to select which platform to schedule your post on. You can pick a platform, what kind of post you want. After choosing the platform, you can upload your content, select a date and time that works best for you and what you want to be posted. Now, what's super cool about Metricool is that it gives you the best times to post on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram based off of when your followers are online. The darker the color, the better the time to post on. Once you have your post ready to go, all you have to do is add in your caption, your hashtags, and anything else you want to add. You can select multiple platforms at once, including TikTok. Now, for TikTok and Instagram Reels, the videos will not automatically be uploaded to your account. It will send you a notification though when it's time to post, and it'll send you the notification with the video and with the caption, all the hashtags. So all you have to do is hit the download button and then copy and paste that caption and the hashtags into the platform and then post it. So rather than just downloading stuff on desktop, I can also use my phone, and it's super quick and easy when I want to upload to TikTok or to Instagram Reels. Overall, there are so many different ways to plan and batch and create your content, but these are just some strategies that have worked for me over the past 2 years, and I hope that some of these words of wisdom can work for you as well. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you want to learn more about social media and batching your content and creating content in general. Make sure to give me a subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time.